Greetings everyone, this is Stirrin It Up with Chef Bee live. We're here at Eat Fresh and I'm here with Chef Duece Osanyin. Today we're going raw. Y'all know I love to cook raw or prepare food raw. And this is one of the masters and I'm so glad to have him here on the show. Let's tell him what's on the menu. What are you gonna make?
Amazing. So what's on the menu now is a raw lasagna. Everybody loves lasagna. It's one of the most favorite dishes anybody can have.
Yes.
But no one has ever seen it as much as far as making it raw.
Yes.
So we want to give the people today an opportunity to see how we assemble that.
Yes.
Enjoy that.
Yes.
And show the love for something in regards to raw food, raw cuisine. So
yes.
we're going to have some fun.
Yes, we are. And in addition to the raw lasagna, we're going to also do a raw beverage. We're going to do a basil berry crush. And we're going to use basil essential oil, which is, you know, in celebration of eating something that's lasagna, Italian inspired, right? So we're going to make that with basil essential oil. So we're going to go on ahead and get started. Okay? All right, so you're going to be up first.
Okay.
All right, so before he gets started, I just want y'all to know I'm so excited about Duece. Duece's food is beautiful. You can see the passion, you can see the love in his plating and just all that he does. And the other thing that he does in his food that I love is he uses fresh flowers just as garnish, it's food art. It really is. So very beautiful, and we're so happy that he's here. All right, so let's talk about this lasagna.
Beautiful. So raw lasagna, of course, we want to continue to put in the lasagna what we always love. So we love marinara.
Yes.
We love pesto.
Yes.
And we just love what lasagna does for our body. So
makes us feel good.
So of course we use, you know, when you're making a regular lasagna using noodles or wheat, but what we're going to try to do is substitute that for actually zucchini.
Yes.
And so we have a beautiful mandolin right here.
Yep. This is the mandolin.
And just to show you how it can be cut, it's just right here. You're just going to do just a real quick cut. You're going to cut the ends of the zucchini. You're going to use the mandolin like so and put a zucchini there. And you're just going to kind of like slide it through.
So this is a mandolin, and this mandolin you have to be very careful when you use this. It has different settings because you want to make sure that you don't actually cut your fingers when you're not using it. So there is a lock setting. So you would basically turn it to, what would you say? What did you use? What?
I used a 3.0.
All right, so that's the cut size, the thinness of it. And then what you would do is you would just slide the actual zucchini. Right?
On top.
Ways,
and you just slide it through.
Like this. And you get these lovely sheets.
And what do? Yeah, you just get these lovely sheets. And the importance is to kind of make it thin. You don't want to make it too thick. And as you continue to use the mandolin, you'll definitely get used to it and it'll be great.
Yep.
So we're assembling these with our noodles. I'm going to put that back so it looks lovely there.
So we have that. So that's your noodles, right? You don't have to worry about pasta. You don't have to worry about the gluten. You don't have to worry about any of this stuff.
Right. And so also just to keep in mind, what I did with the zucchini is I put Himalayan sea salt on the zucchini to kind of expunge all the water.
Excellent.
And to loosen up the actual zucchini so it'll be soft,
nice and
like noodles, and it won't be as so hard when you actually eat it or crunch it.
So let me ask you this, did you soak that or did you just sprinkle the salt on top of the zucchini?
I just sprinkled the Himalayan sea salt on top of the zucchini, and I let it sit for a while.
Okay.
Probably 15, 20 minutes, not that long.
Okay.
And so what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna plate one of the zucchinis here.
Very nice, yep.
And we're actually gonna also put another zucchini here as well to plate it. And what we're calling this is pretty much our base.
Yes.
So this is our base of our zucchini. And so what we wanna do is we wanna put zucchini on the opposite side to double up that base. So everything that's in the lasagna can actually stand firm.
Get some firm,
So
some volume too.
Absolutely. So what I did was I just cut half of this actual long zucchini. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it here.
Oh, nice.
To double it.
Yep.
And we're just going to put about maybe 3 strips.
Okay.
Across.
Okay. I love this.
Yep.
Very nice.
Just like that.
All right. So while you're doing that, I want you to tell him a little bit about, like, tell him where you're from, because he's really not from Atlanta.
Yeah.
We're just so happy that he's here in Atlanta, gracing us with his presence.
Absolutely. So I'm originally born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Started off in the performing arts as a professional dancer. My mother would always kind of keep me and my sister in conservatory and performing arts schools over the weekend, just to kind of get us out the house.
Yeah.
And so along the way with dance, of course, you know, eating well and eating right,
Yes.
you're kind of going to always be around that type of energy. So what I did was just fell in love with the food and decided to take it to the next level. And I ended up going to the Institute of Integrated Nutrition.
IIN. This is one of my buddies, my IIN buddies.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Love coaches in the house.
There we go. And so, you know, was in the field and the interest of focusing on health and nutrition and herbs and different things like that. And so when I got certified, I was still trying to fill it out, still trying to see what I wanted to do.
Yep.
Ended up working at a few health food stores along the way. And as I was working at a health food store, I ended up connecting with a chef by the name of Lauren Vanderpool.
Yes.
And we incorporated the food in connection with the herbs, and I linked up with her, and she showed me some culinary art, and it's been love ever since.
Yes, indeed.
So
you are gifted. You are gifted.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nice.
Yeah, so,
all right. So we have this. This is we layered across, then we layered vertically.
So we layered vertically, absolutely. So what I love to do, and what I think kind of sits really well on being the first assemble, is the marinara sauce.
Okay,
so I want to show you guys how to do the marinara. It's actually pretty simple.
Yeah.
And the reason why I want to demonstrate it is, of course, you put marinara in lasagna, but there's other things that you may want to make, like a raw spaghetti, or just other things with the marinara. So I thought it would be universal. I have some heirloom tomatoes here, small tomatoes, but you can use any type of tomatoes that you want. I like the small tomatoes because they're just a little bit much more sweeter.
Yeah. And actually, when I go to the market, y'all, there's a heirloom tomato, but there's a variety where you can get some yellow cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes. You can also get the purple ones, and it also just gives some beautiful color, contrast, and then it's also very rich.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad you're using those.
Absolutely. So yeah, so I just put the heirloom tomatoes, and then what I'm going to add also is sun-dried tomatoes.
Yes.
Ooh, excuse me. I'm going to drop that.
Yes. And now, did you soak the sun-dried tomatoes?
We did. Let's put these lovely things here.
Yes. So how long did you soak them? So they do feel really good. Yep.
Right.
Nice and they're reconstituted. Yep.
Absolutely. So I soaked these for over 24 hours.
Okay, good. All right, overnight pretty much.
Overnight.
Okay.
And the reason why is because when you're using the food processor with the sun-dried tomatoes, they can get a little sticky or very thick.
Yep.
So soaking it allows the texture to be kind of soft. So when it does blend in the food processor, you got a beautiful marinara.
Nice.
So we're gonna put that.
And I see there's some liquid left.
There's some liquid left.
Now, do you ever use dates as a natural sweetener in your marinara, or do you just leave that out? Have you ever tried that before?
I've never tried it. The only time I've used dates is in regards to like desserts or things like that. But I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, just to give it like some people like a more savory lasagna, right? And then there's some folks like me. I like my lasagna sauce to be a little on the sweeter side.
On the sweeter side.
And then like you just drop 1 or 2 soaked dates in there, and it gives a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So we just put in our sun-dried tomatoes, and then just for some extra Italian vibration,
yes indeed,
just the Italian seasoning.
Okay, beautiful.
Just gonna put a little bit up in there.
All
just
right.
simple organic Italian seasoning.
Like
it also has some other herbs in it as well.
Yes.
Because you got a lot of things going on, you don't have to use a lot of seasoning.
Right.
Just let it be flavorful.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it this.
You're just hitting it lightly.
Yeah.
You know, and let me say this. I love that the flavors here are so simple.
Right.
You know, we really want to get back to our original palates, right? I think oftentimes when you're eating foods that are super savory, super rich, you forget how simple food should taste, how food should taste.
Right.
And so, literally, there's 3 ingredients in here: tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, sun-dried tomatoes, and then herbs. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Nothing much.
Nothing much. And the reason you want to keep it simple with the lasagna because you have so many other varieties of flavor. So you don't want to go too extra on one particular area with flavor because when it assembles, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
So we're just going to put this back on here. Just like so.
Now, is there a particular consistency you're looking for? We want it to continue to stay.
So we wanted to continue to stay thick like a marinara. We don't want the sauce to be too runny or too liquid. So we just want it just right. It is a little chunky here and it's beautiful, but we still want to blend it just a little bit more.
Okay, gotcha. Looks like salsa. Alright, so boom, you're in the culinary arts now, right? You're loving the culinary arts. And then tell them a little bit more about just how you even got to Atlanta. How did that manifest?
Right. Atlanta has just been always in the flow. I visited Atlanta. I love the people. I love the energy. And I love the actual vegan and raw food community here.
Yes, it's really nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it now? Do you find the same kind of community in LA, or does it just look completely different? What does being vegan look like in California or in the parts that you're from?
Being vegan looks good in LA because you have a great variety of different types of options and different foods. So it definitely is a good area to meet other like-minded people who are on the same journey.
Yes.
But what I will say is Atlanta, what I love is the mentality of plant-based. And Atlanta is a little bit much more on a plant-based journey than a vegan journey because there is a complete difference.
Yeah, so now I want to hear your difference. When we talk about vegan, when we talk about plant-based, because I call myself a plant-based chef, all right? How do you define vegan versus plant-based in regards to the differences?
Okay, so when you're focusing on plant-based, you're also not focusing on any alternatives or substitutions for the previous diet of what you're trying to get off of, i.e. tofu.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Different things like that I would say is more in the vegan bracket.
Absolutely.
Plant-based doesn't deal with any type of alternative meats.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's it.
So it is still learning, and you know, I think there are levels to getting there.
I think so too. Yeah.
And I think the vegan energy is good for people right now.
Absolutely.
So they get an opportunity to really know what that feels like, and then kind of transition to that area.
Like, you know what, this isn't for me. You know what, I want to leave the tofu alone. I want to leave the tempeh alone. You name it, right?
Absolutely.
So I think you're right. Everyone has to transition at their own pace.
For sure.
So I love that education. All right. So we got the sauce.
Okay, so we got the sauce.
Yes.
Step back here.
And then what are we gonna do now? Okay, we plating. We're gonna put that. We're gonna assemble, right? Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. That
Okay,
looks
so we're gonna assemble a little bit.
Look at that.
So this is the marinara, and this is the texture that you want.
Yes.
You want it nice and thick,
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's really nice.
right? So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna plate the sauce here.
Ooh. Now let me tell y'all, I love lasagna. That's actually probably one of my favorite comfort foods. I enjoy Italian food. I love like, you know, the raviolis of the world, and those are really nice. And I love what he's gonna show us. I have another way that I can actually do my raviolis.
All right.
Right, with your ravioli, this cream sauce that he's gonna tell us about. But it just makes you feel good. It makes you want to smile. And so, you know, not all time we want to actually have the pasta with the gluten. So this is a wonderful way for you to have a healthier option. If you're feeling lasagna-esque, you can do the zucchini. You know, in the supermarket you can do zucchini noodles if you want to do the noodles, right? So why not do the lasagna sheets as zucchini sheets? It just makes sense.
Absolutely.
All right, now this guy, he's serious about the way his work looks.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so this is like this would be one level, right?
So this is just
We're
one
still on
level.
Level one, right?
So we're still on level one.
Yes.
What I think really marries really good with the marinara is the actual mushroom meat.
Ooh, okay,
So-
we're gonna talk about it. I love mushrooms.
Right.
Do you like mushrooms?
I love mushrooms too.
See.
We eat it all the time.
Now there are folks who have these different perspectives on mushrooms, right? So mushrooms have been known to be the premortal foods, they call it. So they're saying those are things that we're made of. So we're kind of eating ourselves. Some people say that it kills you slowly. I don't know. It's hard. It's controversy. What do you think?
I mean, I love mushrooms. I think it brings a flavor and an aroma to certain dishes, even if it's not the main focus.
Yeah.
I love baby bella.
I love oyster mushrooms.
Yeah.
I love the texture of oyster mushrooms. You saute them up with some onions, some garlic, and you have that with a side of sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So I don't understand when people tell me, what, mushrooms, they taste terrible. And then also from a medicinal standpoint, there's the shaka mushrooms,
Right.
all of these amazing mushrooms
Turkey
that
tail
have
mushroom.
turkey tail, that have these wonderful antioxidants. So do your research, y'all. Do your research. Don't give up on mushrooms. We love mushrooms.
love mushrooms. We're gonna keep making.
We're gonna keep making food with mushrooms. All right, so how did you make the mushroom meat?
Okay, so it's all about marination with that.
Let's look at
that
this,
mushroom
y'all.
meat.
Yes.
So
those of you out there in IG world,
Yeah.
Facebook world. All right, so marination.
So yeah, so with that, it's all about marination. So of course, they are portobello.
Yes.
And what I did was just cut them up really finely, and I put lemon juice on it,
Yes.
Himalayan sea salt,
Yes.
and what's going to give it that meat flavor is cumin.
Ooh.
That's it.
That's it.
And you put that in there, and you let it sit. I also let it sit overnight, but if it's the same day, maybe 3 or 2 hours, and just put a strainer and allow that lemon liquid juice to strain out.
Yes.
But the lemon flavor will still be on the mushroom.
Beautiful.
So it'll be great. So
Beautiful.
we're just gonna assemble that into the marinara sauce.
And I'm loving how simple. Notice we're not adding Bragg's amino acid. We're not adding a bunch of extra stuff. These are just simple, beautiful flavors. Lemon juice. Lemon juice is the new salt.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's the old salt, right? But lemon juice is just amazing in terms of what it offers us. Look at
For
this.
sure.
Mm.
So
All right.
what we can do
Look at that.
is just spread it out just a little more. Let
Yes.
it vibe in that marinara.
Yes. That looks so pretty. Delicious. All right. So we got our sauce. We got our mushroom meat.
Right.
All right. And
And
then
so
what's next?
what we're gonna do is assemble more. So you have those two, the mushroom and the marinara.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take,
And then I can do
Another one of these.
Yep. I can help you with that.
and it's gonna cover that. See, that's what you want.
Yes.
And for another one, it's gonna cover that.
Yes. So do I
So
do?
Chef Bee is gonna help me out
do I do this?
assembling
Beautiful.
another one.
Beautiful. Beautiful. All right.
Perfect.
Excellent. Excellent.
And so what we're gonna do now is, I just love the cheese in that.
Y'all, this cheese.
middle.
Woo!
So the cheese is good in the middle because I
Yes.
feel like it balances from the top of the lasagna to the bottom of the lasagna.
Yes, indeed.
So it's all, kind of like a science to it. So the cheese is very simple. You can make any different type of cheese, but this cheese is made with cashew cheese, no nutritional yeast.
Yes.
That is an option if you want to, but if you don't want to use that, what's going to give it that cheesy flavor is tahini.
Tahini,
And
yep.
tahini is going to open that up a little bit with a little bit of Himalayan sea salt, and then you're just going to season with some garlic, herbs, and whatever seasoning you love to have with that cheese.
Yes.
And it's just very simple. So
All right, so while he's doing that, just so you all know, the way you make tahini sauce is just made, it's 1 part water, 1 part sesame seeds, all right? And you basically blend them together. You can add some lemon juice, you can add some garlic. I'm sure you do something a little bit different, but that's a basic tahini sauce. And then you can add whatever flavorings that you want. But it's a 1-to-1 ratio of water to sesame seed, and you blend it in the blender. And then, of course, you can add your little accoutrements to make it a little bit more sexy. All right. So look at this. Look at this. And I'm telling you, y'all, the flavor, you would not know that this was not dairy. It's
Right.
incredible. Absolutely incredible. All right. That looks so pretty. All right. So then what? What do we do now?
So what we're going to do now is we are going to assemble.
He's serious, boy. I love it.
We're just going to assemble the actual pesto. And that's very fun too because everybody likes a pesto, and
love
pesto
pesto, yes.
is very universal in different types. So the pesto is very dense
Yes.
because I use parsley,
Yes.
but it's really good and it's very
Yes.
rich.
Yes.
And it's also good and aids the chlorophyll.
Mhm.
And chlorophyll, as we know, is very good for the blood
Oh,
and helps to aid
yes.
for circulation.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is
Put this here.
we're going to assemble one more.
Okay.
We don't have to do double.
We don't have to do double.
can just do,
do you want me to do just the long ones?
Just the long one, my love.
Beautiful. See, I'm doing it.
Yeah, you are.
I'm doing it. All right. So Duece, tell them some of the things that you're doing here in Atlanta right now. I think we have you for some time.
Right.
Tell them some of the stuff that you're doing.
Right now, I have some good individual clientele, which is actually open up and great. But I'm also working as one of the head chefs or the executive chef over at Cecili's Raw Reality
Big
Cafe.
ups to Cecili's
So
Raw
that's
Reality.
so that's a lot of work that I have going on right now. And that's pretty much it as of now. The past summertime, I was able to do the meet out. We got an opportunity to do that, and the Atlanta Vegan Food and Teas Festival. Say one more time.
Mystic Festival.
One more time.
The Mystic Festival.
Oh, the Mystic Festival is coming up. Yeah. It's possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, I may do some things there.
next week.
It's next weekend, so that's possible.
He's still not sure.
Not sure.
Yes.
So we're gonna work it out.
Yes.
But I'll keep you posted because at the end we're gonna let everybody know where they can reach me on Instagram.
Absolutely.
And Instagram you can find out what I have going on.
Yes, indeed.
Who's coming through?
All right, so the other thing is, he's being modest, but he is an amazing dancer. And aren't you doing dance classes here in the city?
Absolutely.
All right. Talk about the dance classes.
Yeah, I teach at my area dance studio.
Where is that?
It's actually in Buckhead area.
Okay, I've never heard of that.
Yeah. You gonna come right?
One night.
Wednesday.
What kind of dance?
15.
You gonna show him?
Chef Bee, Duece, Chef Bee, So Wednesday nights, 8:15.
What style is it? Tell me about the style. You see, you're trying to be all honest. He's the bomb, y'all.
Oh man,
Come on.
I teach a style called crumping, which has been around since the year 2000. We've had a documentary on us.
Yes.
We've had so many things on our dance style.
Yes.
I've been doing it for quite a while, since
Yes.
2003. Started in 2000, so it's been a minute. But I love the style. It's a release. It's expression, and everybody loves it all over the world. And I've taught workshops and classes and films, all that good stuff. So it's been a journey. Right now I'm dancing in culinary arts.
Yes, back and forth. He is straddling two fences.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna definitely put that information also into. We have a studio audience. Come on in.
We do.
Come on in.
Hey,
Yes. Say hi. Say hi to
Those
the
are my friends.
cameras.
Those are my friends.
Hi. Yes. How you doing? All right. Yeah, so we're gonna put all that information in. All right, so we have the lasagna set. We put the cheese down. We put another layer down, and then we're gonna put in our pesto.
Our pesto.
Now I actually love using parsley. There's a dish that I do as well. It's a linguine, and I use the parsley to make that. Parsley is awesome for giving your body energy. You can actually eat some fresh parsley in the morning when you get up. We talked about chlorophyll. We talked about the chlorophyll that it gives you, but it also gives you some like electricity.
Right.
If you were, about to get into some serious work, you can just grab a few sprigs of parsley and eat on it, and you'll just immediately wake up and feel some good energy coming through your body. All right.
Cool.
So we have this.
So we have that.
Now, did you make this? Tell me how you made the parsley. How did you make yours?
Okay, so
What did you blend to make your parsley?
beautiful. So this is I use Italian parsley. Just want to spread it out really thin because it's really dense. I use pine nuts. And
Yes.
the pine nuts is going to have a natural oil to them
Yes.
that already kind of loosens up the Italian parsley.
Yes.
So it makes it kind of fun a little bit.
Love it.
And so with the parsley, you don't have to look too pretty.
And then the pine nuts, rather, they're very sweet, right? So you don't have to add. Did you add any extra oil, or you just use the pine nuts and the parsley?
Just the pine nuts, the parsley, and the Himalayan sea salt.
Beautiful.
And that's
Look at
pretty
that.
much it.
Simplicity. I love that. All right.
Now we're going to assemble one more.
We're gonna do I need to go cross weight also? Or
Just one way.
Just one way.
Boom.
Look at this. Pretty. Oh, beautiful. All right.
And
Love
so
it.
we're going to use this amazing garnish that you have right here.
Yeah, so we got some pea sprouts. If you don't know, you need to bring some sprouts into your life. You get a lot of good energy. And then we also are going to be using some flowers. So you want to tell me a little bit about the flowers that we're using today?
Yeah, beautiful. So we are using edible flowers. I love it. It's like my signature vibe.
Yes.
But these edible flowers are cucumber based.
Yes.
So they also have a water content to them. You can actually eat them.
Yes.
But it brings a sort of good energy
Yes,
to the plating
pretty.
and the vibe.
Absolutely. You can actually show them some of them. Look at that. Whoa. Very, very pretty. So these look like they're Are these, what is that, marigolds?
They are.
All right, see, I know something. Yes, marigolds, and then I'm not sure about this one. What's this one?
I'm not sure about that one either.
This one?
That one's new in my field.
Ooh, smell how fragrant it is.
Mhm.
And I mean, just wonderful. And what about the pink one? Do you know about that one?
Same one.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Same one.
All right, so we're going to be plating using some of these beautiful cucumber-based flowers. Do we need to put any sauce or anything else on there, or we good?
We're good to go. Has a nice little sauce. If you want to put some of
Okay.
these garnishing in, we can.
All right,
We're
so-
gonna put a little bit of grape olive. Let's see what.
All right.
That's beautiful right there.
Yeah. This is our pea sprouts,
Mhm.
and I love these. They're very sturdy, just lovely. And how beautiful that is.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
Oh
put
yeah,
that
I love that red.
right there,
Gorgeous.
and we're just gonna fill it in with some beautiful things.
Yes. Oh, goodness.
And it's
We're making art, y'all. We're making that food art. Look at that. Yes. Very nice. Yes. It's like it's quiet. It's like a zen moment when you're plating. Look at this.
Yeah, when you're plating, it's all about the intention behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's your idea of really doing it in that
Yes.
particular way?
So pretty.
Since we're having fun
Yes.
with this,
Mm-hmm. Yes. So gorgeous. It's like a plate of love. It's just a plate of love. Look at that. Yes. And simple. Simple, simple, simple. You guys can do any of these things in your kitchen. This is not difficult. It does require a little bit of preparation, but you can do any of these components of the lasagna. It's not hard at all.
absolutely.
So this is our final product, right?
Yep, we're gonna put some olive oil just for fun.
That.
There we go.
Gorgeous.
That is your raw lasagna.
Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna eat that a little bit later. It's so pretty, we're not gonna cut into it right now, all right? What we're gonna now do is we're gonna actually make the basil berry crush. So this is inspired by a recipe in Cook With This coming out. Let Plants Nourish You. Many of you know I love to use essential oils in the food that I prepare. And the reason why I do that is because you just get amazing flavor. It's concentrated flavor when you use the essential oil. And really all you need is a little bit, all right? So I actually came up with this recipe because I love berries. And it's a really nice, you can serve it as a frozen kind of treat. Or, you know, if you just want something fun to drink, you can try this, all right? So we're gonna get started with that. It's really, really simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little bit of water, all right? So this is alkaline water. Just gonna add a little splash just to make sure that things move, all right? And then as you can see, we have these amazing berries. We have some blackberries here, we have some raspberries, and then we also have some blueberries, all right? You can also add strawberries if you want, right? But we're just gonna go with this.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna add all of these. You love blueberries?
I love blueberries.
Yes, blueberries, you know, if you get wild blueberries, they say that is the key, right? All these amazing antioxidants that the berries offer you, right? And then we're gonna add in the raspberries. All right, so the thing that's gonna give it some like silkiness, we're gonna use a banana, all right? And this banana, I actually like bananas that aren't too ripe because I don't like it to be over sweet. All right, it's like a balance, right? And then the texture, sometimes an overripe banana can be too like loosey. So this gives you a nice creaminess to the basil berry braising. All right, so we have that, and then we're gonna add a little bit of ice. All right, we're gonna add some ice. All right, ice, baby. All right, and then, oh, I forgot, we're gonna add a little bit of honey.
My queen loves ice.
Yes, you love it. Do you chew on ice?
I do.
Yes. All right, so there's we're gonna just add a little bit of honey. Real simple. And then the last thing that we're gonna add in here, we're gonna add about 2 drops of basil. I'm gonna have you smell this. Basil essential oil. Right. Very, very strong, yes.
Now, real quick,
Yes, go ahead.
because you gave me some really good science in regards to why you use honey as opposed to like agave or just different things like that. For clarity, can you let people know the benefits of the honey and how good it is? Because I like honey too, and agave, you know, sometimes you just want to switch it up.
Yeah, so actually, one, honey never spoils. Did you ever know that? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Honey is like probably one of the few things on the planet that will never, ever, ever spoil. It'll just age and just get better and better. So that's one thing. So you can't go wrong with that. But also, it just helps to actually detox your body. So one of the things that I do in the morning is I'll drink some alkaline water with some fresh lemon juice and honey. And it just helps to just cleanse you. I mean, it just fortifies you, has some natural antioxidants in them. I mean, it's medicine. I give a little shot of honey to my sons and the bee pollen as well, because it's just good for just helping to balance allergy issues. And one of my babies has issues with allergies. So honey is just, overall, it's just one of those things, like they say an apple a day. Just a spoon of honey, either in your water or just in your mouth, just helps to keep your body balanced. Yeah, so that's why I like honey. And then also, I really don't like a whole lot of sweeteners that have a lot of processes. All right, so agave, there's still a process to get it in that liquid form. With honey, you could actually go into a beehive and you could just grab some of the comb and you'll have honey, right? And dates, it's the same thing. So I really just try to, even though, you know, depends on the quality of agave. Agave is pretty good, but for me, I'm just trying to keep it as simple as possible. So I've been on the honey tip lately. It's good. Yeah. So I'm gonna add 2 drops, and basil is actually a very powerful essential oil. Just so you know, basil is really good for keeping bugs away. All right, so for spider bites, bug bites, things of that nature, it's good for that. It just tastes good. It just tastes good. All right, so let me close this, and then we're just gonna blend this up. Oh, you know what? Give me yours.
Yes, you can.
Yes. All right, look at that level up. Look at all, you're gonna have all those pretty colors, and then those dark berries. Really, really nice. All right, we good? We got this lovely NutriBullet. All right. There we go. All right. So let's taste. There you go. Let's taste some of it. Actually, you know what? Let's see if it's balanced. Yeah. Taste this.
First look at it. It's speaking to all of us.
Yes. Simple. Simple, simple, simple. Can you taste the basil? Nice, right?
And it's strong.
Yes, that was just 2
So you
drops.
only gave 2 drops.
2 drops, yes. So it just depends on what you like, right? If you did 1 drop, it would be a lot more subtle, but boom, you can taste that.
That's awesome.
Beautiful. All right, so we left y'all with a lot of stuff. So we want to remind them, how do they reach you? How do they connect with you?
Okay, you can connect with me on Instagram. That is my number 1.
Yes.
So my name on Instagram is Duece Frequency. That's DUECE.
Yes.
Frequency, FREQUENCY _.
Yes.
So don't forget the underscore after Y. And yeah, get an opportunity to see what I got going on,
Yes.
events, food, inspiration, creativity, and also when I teach classes in the Atlanta area or have workshops in the Atlanta area as well. So it's one of the things that you can catch me, or just walk into Seeley's and scream my name. I'll probably come out and say hey, all that good stuff. So.
And you said Wednesdays, at what time is your class in Buckhead? Tell us again.
Wednesdays at 8:15 p.m. I usually post it on my Instagram.
Okay.
As far as work is concerned, DM me. Let me know.
Yeah.
I do
Direct message and
individual work. Website coming soon, but as of now, just connect with me on there, and we can get to work and create.
Yes, indeed, and definitely go into check him out at Seeley's, right? Yes, and eat some of the good food that he's creating over there, the good energy.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So the cookbook is coming.
All right.
Next month, Let Plants Nourish You will be released after October 10th. As soon as it comes from the printers, I'm gonna let y'all know, because I'll be screaming from here to EB Fresh, right? So look for the information about the launch party that we're gonna have about the book. I have plant-based meals to go if you want to. You don't have time to prepare food for yourself. This is for individuals, families who want to eat plant-based, but they're just not in the position to prepare all that. They just feel overwhelmed. So check out plant-based meals to go. If you go to chefbeee.com, that's with 3 E's. You'll see everything that we do. The cooking shows are there. Plant-based meals to go is there. And then if you want to learn more about essential oils, that is also there.
We have some questions though. We can't finish before we ask.
Oh man, we got some questions? Snap. All right.
So one, does he sell the raw lasagna?
You
don't need
Woo,
it.
you sell it. All right.
You sell the raw
See,
lasagna.
so you're gonna have to DM, direct message Duece on IG to get your lasagna. And it ain't, I'm about to say free lasagna. Your lasagna it ain't gonna be free.
Yeah,
So that's good. Any other questions?
Then another question was, where does he get the edible flowers?
Ooh, all right.
All
So
right.
tell them about that.
You can get it from local farmers
Yes.
here that sell them. You can also surprisingly get it at Whole Foods as well. They have edible flowers that you can get. So there are some stores where you can kind of get edible flowers. I've also seen them at the Decatur Farmers Market as well.
Yes.
The best thing to do is just try to get the ones that are in season
Yes.
and complementary to the dish that you're actually making.
Yes, and a word to that, you know, I love using edible flowers as well, but I've kind of backed away in some respects because when you do go to the market, you're getting them, they're not local, so sometimes they're wilted, and by the time you actually use them, they're just not really good quality. So I would say if you're gonna use edible flowers, connect with someone who's local, they're not far away, and you can actually get some fresh, picked flowers from even that morning, and then they'll have a longer shelf life, okay?
Absolutely.
So I would just say that. Any
Was-
other questions?
Was he a part of Rise, the movie?
Ooh, they mentioned it! Yes, he was!
Yes.
Why are you being shy?
No, I'm not.
Yes, he was. Any other ones?
I think that's it.
That's it?
That's it.
All right,
That's
good. All
I
right.
got a dance question there.
Yes,
Question.
yes indeed. See,
It's
you're a
complete.
celebrity. A celebrity. All right, y'all. So we are so thankful to have Duece today. Thank you so much for coming out to Eat Me
Thank
Fresh.
you so much for
and
inviting
hanging
me.
out with me. Yes. And we will do some other collaborations.
Yes.
To be continued, y'all. To be continued. All right, y'all. Enjoy your Sunday. The next time we'll be at the show is going to be maybe September 30th. We'll have Sister, Mama, Nana, Tamara. Yes, she's going to be coming. She's going to be talking to us about postpartum depression. So please, tune in when we have that show. That's going to be in about 2 weeks. All right. All right. Enjoy the rest of your day. Talk to
Peace.
you guys soon. Peace.
Hey.
Yay!